It's against all the rules. But I had my day planned out. I don't know if you're like me. I had it all planned out, and I knew exactly what I was going to do. And my dad called last night and said, your mother has a doctor's appointment this morning. And I said, why does mother have a doctor's appointment this morning? And he said, because she needed one. She has an earache. So I don't know where you guys are in life, but my parents, I'm thankful I get to work with them and get to do things with them. But occasionally they rearrange my schedule. And today was one of those. So I have my to-go cup. If you're a demonstrator and you don't have one of these to-go cups, friends, these are fantastic. Stampin' Up! Has them for us on a supply item. I love it. But I'll be running my mother to the doctor in a minute. And I don't know, my mother has memory care issues. So one of us, either my sister or I, have to go with my dad, or we have no idea what happened. So I'm drinking this to go. My tea, already made, in my cup. Because again, as soon as I'm done with you all, I am out. I have my, look, now you know who I am. I'm stamped creatively. Okay, so I have a fun card to show you. I'm going to flip this over so I don't have to look at me anymore because I'm done with me. All right, so I decided I wanted to use this beautiful paper. It is from the January to June catalog. It is the tulips, and it's really pretty. There's a lot of really pretty papers. It goes with the windmills. I'm not using it with windmills, but it's got lots of pretty flowers, and I don't know where you are, but I'm in Indiana, and my tulips are coming up. My daffodils, my tulips. So this has, it's got some pretty, I like this, and then tulips and more tulips. So it's beautiful paper. It's in the January to June catalog. It is called Flowering Fields. It's got lots of great colors in it. It's got Calypso Coral, Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, Highland Heather, Mango Melody, Pear Pistache, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, Razzleberry, Rich Razzleberry, Soft Succulent, and So Saffron. I mean, that is just a party. Okay, let me show you what I did with it. I wanted a little Easter card. I like the chicks. Wanted to put it on some floral paper, but wanted to do it a little bit different. So again, I like mixing some of my favorite things from the catalog. Sometimes I like to do them in the sweets, but this chick is kind of on its own. So I mixed them up. There's no dies that go with it. So again, I did a little mixing. So I've got the Mango Melody. I'm going to use a different designer series paper. A different patterned paper. This one has a little more of the purples in it. This one's the straight. I've got a Whisper White background. Let me show you how I put this together. I used 2 stamp sets. I used the Easter Friends, and I used the Oceanfront. There are currently, Stampin' Up! Has a bundle special. There are 13 bundles that are 20% off, along with the Mini Boss. And my plan is tomorrow or Friday, I'm going to use a couple of these bundles in videos. Again, I had my day planned. I got a little off kilter, and now I can't even remember what day it is. Okay, so I've folded my Whisper White in half. I went and picked up my sports dies again, because these are like my fave. Currently, it always changes. So here's the sports dies that I pulled up. And I ran it through the one that has the ticket at the bottom. I used these for my grandkids for Valentine cards and sent them little tickets that are called treat tickets so they can bring them back to me. But I thought they were fun because it separates. You can just tear that off. Okay. So there's my treat tickets. I used, I'll show you how I did this. So I ran this through my Mini Boss and cut it out. I didn't feel like you needed to see me cut. So I ran it through my Mini Boss and cut it out. Then I have my adorable little chicken. So I'm going to put my chicken in here. We don't want a floating chicken, so the chicken's going to get some grass. So the chicken has some grass. Then I wanted to put my Happy Easter on, and my Happy Easter was too long for what I wanted. So I want the happy on top. So I'm going to do this. It's a little easier when you have a photopolymer. I'm going to stick this right over the Easter. And I'm going to put my happy up here at an angle. So there's my happy. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom. I'm going to put this over there. And there's my Easter. So now I separated them. And there's lots of there's so many ways I could have done that. I could have done that with a marker, because I did that last time, because I just wanted the happy. I could have, some people put this over and then ink it and then stamp it down. So I could have done it lots of different ways, but that's the way I chose to do it and the way I chose to show you. And then, so now I'm going to put, I wanted a little happy on the inside too. So here's my other cute little duck, because there's two. I'm going to put him on the inside. And again, we don't want a floating duck. And so there's my duck on the inside. All right. So now I'm going to move this out of the way, because I'm like, so everybody does it different. I want to be a neat stamper, but this gets crazy. So I have to clean it up a little bit. So now I'm going to move this out of the way. I need my Wonder Basement bone folder. Roxy, what are you doing down here? I made her stay upstairs because I didn't want her down here messing with me. Here, let's see how Roxy's doing. You guys can see this. Come here. Remember when I got her and she was a 10-pound little thing? She's not. Probably by next week I won't be able to pick her up. She's no longer a 10-pound little thing. She still is crazy. Don't push the table. She is still a crazy ball of energy, and that white boxer who asks for a friend changes his mind some days. He thinks she's crazy. So after I stamped it, okay, see, it's got some texture to it. Can you see that? It's got some texture. I'm going to color with my blends and then run it through. So here's my cute little chick. I used dark daffodil, light pumpkin pie, dark seafoam, and light so saffron. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cute little chick. Hi, Susan. Look at me. I can see a comment. That doesn't always happen. Technology night, yeah. My MacBook croaked last week. It got gerbils. And I don't know, they don't really tell you what happened to it. But I am going to, so they took everything off my computer and I had to start all over. So I have spent days working on passwords and trying to get, because they said you have everything saved, and I'm like, yeah. Well, I guess, I don't know. So I'm going to meet with my friend Sherry's Cards in the Wonder Basement today, Tanya at the Wonder Basement, and they're going to help me understand the words, because sometimes I don't even know how to say the words that I need to look up. Okay, so I've taken her and I've colored her. She has the light seafoam, the light pumpkin pie, the saffron, and the dark daffodil. Now, here's my mini shot, my mini boss. And I'm going to stagger my plates. I've got a 3 and a 4. And then I have the ultra thick embossing folder. And the one I'm using is called the Splatter. Stripes and Splatters. It's a 3D. So I put this through. I want it to go this way because I want my splatter Stampin' Up! Tells me this is the upside. So I'm going to stagger my plates. I'm going to run this through. So I'm going to hold it down. Again, I showed you these little tabby things I used. I got these because that one makes noise. The back one doesn't because I have the little tabs on it. Because sometimes it was just a little shaky. So I put those on the bottom. So I ran that through. Again, this is the 3D embossing folder. So I used number 3 and number 4 because I wanted my chick to have that splattered texture look. You know, this is one of those things that's hard to see. Again, come stamp with me at my house, friends, and you'll be able to see this stuff a little bit better. Now I'm going to do my sum assembly required, and then I have one more tip and trick to show you. Oh, this is my card. Like I swear I stamped the inside. There she is. Okay, so I'm going to seal. Oh, I like this too. Dang it. I like that too. Okay, here we go. So I can't get one of my emails to come up. I can't get, I mean, my computer and I, we are not friends right now. So I love, I'm a ribbon fan, you know that. So this is our frayed ribbon. It's in the January to June. It's white. So I just want a little piece of this. I don't need very much. And here we go. We're going to fray it. So I'm just going to pull that end out. And I'm going to put a little seal down. And put that on there. And I have this pretty piece that I pulled off. So I'm going to take my gingham. That little bitty not so little bitty dog is at my feet. If she bumps me, I'm sorry. She has no boundaries. She thinks now she can get up on the furniture, which she cannot. So I'm going to take this little tail and I'm going to wrap it around a couple of times. Pull it tight. I mean, again, kids. I've got a teacher, she gets super excited. She becomes a bunny rabbit, which is not a problem unless it's not going to be long, friends. I'm going to have on shorts, and we'll have a come to Jesus meeting when she comes across my legs. Okay, so I'm going to add a couple of glue dots here. I'm going to stick this down here. They're on the end. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this tail yet, but I'll decide here in a minute. Oh, I got a glue dot on my finger. All right. So there's that. I love these butterflies. I'm going to add some of these in just a second. But I want to put my chick on here. And she is adorable. I mean, she's just cute as she can be in my tulips. But I need a little bit of, I want you to see those raised areas a little bit better. And that's when I went to my Oceanfront stamp. And I'll show you what I did. So when you color with blends, it shows through on the other side. So I have my cute little duck on the inside, but I don't want it to color through because then I would have to mount this card on something. So I got my seafoam pad and I got one of the stamps from the ocean. I'm just going to stamp this across the bottom. So I have a little bit of color to my duck. So it has a little bit of color. And then I went with my So Saffron. And this, I felt like kind of looked like my duck's body. And then I just kind of moved it around my duck. Just to give my duck a little bit of color. Okay. Then I liked that well enough that I went back in and took my rock and did a little bit of that on my card. So I've colored my splatters just a little bit. So now you can see them a little bit better. And it's added a whole new dimension to my card. So again, I added the rocks and then I added the... So now that I've got this, I need my dimensionals. And I'm going to put my dimensionals on here. I'm going to put one on each end because it's going to go over the top of my pretty ribbons. So I'm going to tuck that right in there just like that. Oh, and then I need butterflies. I'm going to stick a butterfly there. I'm going to put one down here. I'm going to put a baby one up here. And the baby ones, because they're babies, they have baby adhesive on the bottom. And they kind of have a tendency to fall off. So I like to take my fine tip glue and add this to it. That way it's going to hold just a little bit better. Okay, friends, just a little bit different by changing the designer series paper, but I like my chicks. I like my chicks. And then this one has, you can see, again, if I wanted to color the beak, I'd want to use a Stampin' Right marker because the blends are going to show through, and this does not. All right, friends, have a great Wednesday. I'm going to run Mama to the doctor. We're going to see why her ear hurts, which, who knows? I mean, again, when you get a parent with memory care issues, like I've got a large group of fantastic people that we talk about it, which is such a blessing because we can't, it's so hard to do life on our own. I need a team of people. It takes a village for me. So my village discusses memory care issues and all of that because a lot of us have parents like that. So I'm thankful that I'm able to do it. So I'm going to run her in, find out why her ear bothers her. And I will be back next week. Who knows? And the goal is to be here at 9 o'clock. You know, life happens. We've got to give ourselves some grace for it. So you have a great day, and thanks for joining me, and hope to chat with you soon. Have a great day. Thanks, friends. Bye.